Language is so important. It affects the quality of our relationships and the people we interact with. It also affects the health of our mental state and our emotions. The language that we use to address ourselves is very important. And sometimes we don't make enough time to make sure that those things are in alignment with what we want from our life. I specifically say, I don't have time for a reason. I'm going to deep dive on that specific statement today because I hear it a lot. I hear people say, Billy, I would do this if I only had time. I've always wanted to take up this hobby. I just never had the time. I would love to get involved with this specific project with you, but I can't do it because I don't have time. How is that language serving us and the people around us? First of all, I would argue that it's not entirely honest. It presumes that you failed. Like, I aspired to do this. I wanted to take up gardening, but I just didn't have the time. Or I wanted to reach out to this person. Time ran out. I failed. When the reality is you made a choice. You made a choice to do other things that occupied the currency of your time instead of that. And that's okay. You should be okay with that. But if you say that you ran out of time, it presumes that you don't own your life and the time that you have at your disposal. It presumes that life is happening to you, not for you, because of the things that you're doing. So I want us to flip the script. Every time you feel like you have the inkling to say, I don't have the time, I want you to use a different phrase. Think about it this way. I've always wanted to take up gardening. But right now, I've deprioritized that because I'm focused on this, and this. Very specific, right? Very different. It says that you intend to someday do the thing, but right now, it's not a priority for you because you're owning what you want from your life right in this moment, and that's okay. Deprioritizing the energy that you put into certain relationships, isn't that okay? Especially if you're honest about it and manage those expectations. Say, look, I really just don't have time to be hanging out with these people right now. It's because work is something that I'm super prioritizing, or my education is something that I'm really focusing on. I need to hunker down, but I would love to set a time where we could get together maybe a month from now and hang out for a couple of hours. How does that sound? It's a completely different scenario. You're owning the scenario. You're not running out of time. You're not a time optimist swinging for the fences and coming up short. You're deprioritizing things that aren't immediately going to impact what you want your life to be right now. And that's okay. I promise you, use this language as a replacement for the other language. You will not feel like you're coming up short. You will feel like you're in command of your own destiny. And guess what? You are in command of your own destiny. So go out there and get it. Prioritize the things that are super important to you. Deprioritize the things that need to wait for a little bit. It doesn't mean that they're less important. It means that you've decided to put energy towards this thing right now. There's a huge world of difference in those two things.